Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita confirms that the subtle body generates our next body. Bhagavad Gita 8:6. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tayam tante kalevam. Tam tamaveti kantya satadat bhava bhavita. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunta, that state of being he will attain without fail. So we receive a particular body that according to the absorption of the mind in fruitive activities. In the material world, the soul is covered by a subtle body. And both the gross and subtle body, they are influenced by the gunas, by material nature, that we may think it's easy. I can think of what I want at the next life, and I think of that at the time of death, and I obtain that. See here, this man is dying, and what will be his next body? That we have the example of Bharat Maharaj mentioned in the purport of Bhagavad Gita of this verse. So Bharat thought of a deer and he became a deer. But is it only the thought at the end of our lives that determine our next body? For Bharat Maharaj there were other factors, because also he attained the body of a deer, his consciousness was not of that of a deer. He remembered his previous life and his position. Although in the body of a deer, he went back to the ashram, hearing about Lord Krishna's pastimes, until it was time to leave the body of the deer. So one may think, I become a rich man. But one may become a rich man, but may be completely miserable. Trying to think about something is not the only factor. Even to think about your plan to think at the time of death may not happen. You may die by an accident, or in the coma, or when you are sleeping. You may die in great pain. You have no control over it. We cannot predict about how we are going to die and how I will control my mind and senses at that time. So that is another problem. Thinking of what you want at the time of death is not the only factor. Your body is only determined of what you think at the time of death, but also depending on your previous karmas. It is a combination of your thought and it's a combination of your thoughts and what you have accumulated during your previous lives due to your karma. So the activities you do in your previous life are also a factor that determine your next body. Even if someone thinks of a devata at the time of death, he may not go to Svargaloka unless one has the required punya for that. So it is not only the thought process at the time of death. In the subtle body, it contained all of your karmas, all of your desires, And based on that, you get the next body. So it is not so simple. Just think of, and I become that in the next life. But it is a general principle. The last thought will largely be determined by your greatest attraction in your life. That will be determined of what you will think of when you die. So also your goals, your attachments that in life will determine your thoughts at the time of death. Puranjan in the Bhagavatam, he was very much attached to his wife, and his next life he became a woman. He could not control his attachment when he was dying. Krishna says, if you worship the Buddhas, then you go to the Buddhas. If you worship the Devatas, you go to the Devatas. If you worship me, you come to me. That due to our practice during one's life, we develop an attachment for a certain goal, certain Devata, or hopefully to Krishna. So your conduct during your lifetime is also very important. The activities that you do during your life is another factor. Because your karma, your also not only your activities, also the karma of your previous life and this life will determine your next body. You do the activities for a certain goal and you become attached to it, and then all your activities go in that direction. To attain our goals, one may do dharma or adharma, activities which are prescribed by the scriptures or against the scriptures, and which then cause happiness or suffering. If you choose an adharmic goal, you will do activities not authorized by the scriptures, sinful, and you will attain suffering accordingly. And the end result will also be that the end result will also be determined by the kind of activities you do. And the activities also of your previous lifetime. So there are multiple factors in the determination of the next body. Because there are so many factors, it will be difficult to determine our next body. That we see the example of King Nrija, who made an error in giving charity to Brahmins, and he became a lizard. Therefore, what's Krishna's recommendation in Bhagavad Gita? Perform bhakti. Destroy your karma. Don't make new karma. And then the Atma, the soul, develops a relationship with the Supreme through bhakti. By using always our body, mind, and words in the service of Krishna, we become purified. And then we can think of Krishna at the time of death and go back to the spiritual world. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.